All right, guys, here it is, the video that I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know it. I did one for the 240. If you guys want to see how much the 240 costs, that video exists on the channel somewhere. So however you guys want to go about finding it, Cooper Bugatti 240 cost breakdown, whatever you guys want to do, it is somewhere on this channel. So if you want to see how much that car cost, I did a full breakdown. But today we're going to do a full breakdown on how much this car costs right here. So if you guys don't know, this is Chip. It is a 1995 SN95 Mustang. It was a V6 car. I got it for $2,000, $1,000, $2,000, something like that. Depends on if you ask the DMV or, you know, my wallet. But this car is nothing special, just a base model, entry-level 1995 Mustang. I went ahead, I put a LSA supercharger on it with an LS and a power glide and a lot of supporting mods. We're gonna go through the full cost breakdown. There's a lot of misconception, I think, in the LS world that you just LS swap things for a couple grand and all of a sudden you just have an LS and it's cheap and simple, and there's a little bit of misconception there. Obviously, some things I'm sure I overpaid on, some things I didn't have to do, but this is full market price for everything. Basically, if you wanted to go out right now and duplicate that car, this is how you would do it. So the car, running, driving V6 car, was $2,000. So first big ticket item, we'll just hit $2,000. It is all over the place, this list. I just, you know, sat down and went through every part on the car, and then I found the prices on their websites. So let's start off. My battery relocation kit, $300. You know, it's the 0 gauge wire. It's all the way in the back. It's a Taylor wire kit. Trans cooler for Motion Raceworks. It's $333 with $330 with fittings, line, fan, trans cooler, all that stuff. Water tank, $300. That I've had for a long time. I believe I originally paid $300 for it. Water pump, $190. It is a Davis Craig, really good water pump. Definitely recommend checking those out. They sell them at Motion Raceworks. Fuel pump, $400, and I think that was a little low. I think it's actually $450, but we'll just say $400. It's a Magna Fuel 750. Fuel tank, $180, brand new fuel tank. Fuel lines, I kind of just estimated $400. I think that's a little low also. Fuel fittings, $500. That may be a little high, maybe a little low. It's hard to fully say. Fuel filters, $200. Fuel pressure regulator, $160. Fuel hat from UPR that goes on the top of the tank so I can run AN lines, $90. LS motor mounts from UPR, $130. Battery, I don't know, $100, $150, something like that, for like a brand new battery. Maybe that's over exaggerated, I don't remember. Diff, $200, because I had to buy an 8.8 because they have a 7.5-inch diff in the back originally for a V6 car, so I bought an 8.8 for $200. 8.8 bushings, $100 from UPR, and then $30 for the tool. Axles and spool is $700, and I think it was actually $750. But diff cover, $150. Wheels, the rear wheels, $80. The front wheels, I already had them. That's kind of a wash. I don't know, maybe another $200 for those front wheels. Upper arms in the back, $190, which I only have the upper adjustables right now. I do have listed here the lowers, but I don't have them on yet, so we're only gonna go with what's kind of on the car. $190 for the upper arms. Brakes, $500, because I did all new front and rear brakes, just OEM stuff. Flex plate, $300, because it's an SFI flex plate with the little coupler thing for the power glide. Brake line kit from Motion Raceworks is $250. Brake booster delete kit, $160. Throttle cable, $80. That's a low car throttle cable. The Terminator ECU from Holley, those are $1,500. It's a Terminator X Max with the harness. It has a 6.5-inch screen, and those are, I believe, $1,100. The throttle body from Holley is $200. Injectors are $700. Drive shaft is $450. K-member, LSK member from UPR is $869, and that comes with the lower arms and then the coilover conversion. And then the front shocks are Strange single adjustable, and I think those are $180 each. UPR camber plates are $160. The tires are $400. That's kind of just an estimation. There's 4 tires. The rear are used. You can get used tires like that from some of the faster guys that don't run them for very long. You can just get their old set for a couple $100, and that we would just assume that's what I did, because that's kind of what I did. Radiator, brand new radiator, $300. Brand new AC condenser is $100. Heat exchanger, $100. LSA spacers, $200. The balancer that you guys saw bounce across the ground, those are $700. LSA blower, the lower, is $3,000. Then the lid is $700, and then the fuel rails are $300. The LSA accessories, so water pump, alternator bracket, tensioner, a couple other accessories, I believe are $1,500. The belts for the LSA are about $180 each, or for the 2 of them. The starter, another $200. The engine is a, junkyard 5.3 for $700, and then I did the heads cam from Texas Speed, and then lifters and a couple other things, new gaskets, head stud, head bolts, all those kind of things, and those were $3,000 for all that. The trans, we'll say $2,500, even though I probably have more into it than that now, but I would market value at that trans is like $2,500, and then the converter another $600. Wiring, $400. Miscellaneous wiring, butt connectors and all that kind of stuff, and switch here and there, and relays. Water hose, like the coolant hose for the supercharger, probably another $100, and then fittings and all that. The catch can, another $350 for the catch can and the hoses and all that stuff. Plug wires from Holly are $100. Seats, I paid $50, 2 junkyard seats. Steering, I got a brand new steering rack for it, $180. Headers, those are 2-inch, really nice headers, so they're $1,000. Full exhaust, $600. The cage that's not in it yet is $1,300. The shifter is $360. The intake, the little pipe that I got for free, and then the filter are another $40. The transmission yoke, it's a billet Strange yoke, so it's $200, and then $300 for fluids and stuff. There's probably another $500 or $600 in, simple things like zip ties and, nuts and bolts, and then a couple other various sensors that I didn't list explicitly because they kind of escape my brain as I do this. Oh, an oil pan, I believe I have a $400 oil pan on there, and then a different, it's an F-body oil pan, I want to say. Stuff that I already had laying around. So probably add that oil pan, and we have a grand total of how much it cost to build this car. If you wanted to just go out right now and duplicate this car, how much would it cost? $32,000. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. So $32,000 to build a LS swapped LSA SN95. It may sound like a lot, but this car is a easy low 10 second, mid 9 second car. You put it on flex fuel. So 32 grand for a, a good running, driving, clean title SN95. I'm okay with that. I wouldn't go out and, buy one right now for $32,000. Building one hurts a little less. And that's not even including labor. Like my time, obviously, I perceived it as worthless on this. It has no value. It's harsh to say, but it has no value in this situation. But $32,000, this car, ready to go. Obviously, there's so many other consumables in there. Thankfully, I have some really great sponsors that help me out throughout this build. UPR, Texas Speed, Boost District, Holly Performance, Motion Raceworks. Without those guys, this car would just not be possible. So I wanted to give a huge thank you to those guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this cost breakdown. I don't see them very much, so I like to bring you guys in on this stuff and tell you exactly what it is. There's still a lot of things I haven't bought for this yet. It doesn't have anything for rear suspension yet. It's still stock back there. It has stock wheels in the back. It doesn't have any wheels pretty much in the front. Those are the 240 wheels. I have to give those back at some point. There's still a lot of things I have to buy. Once the cage is in, once it has some decent seats, and once we have some rear suspension, this car is going to be at where I want it to be. So a few more things left to go, but we are getting there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a really fun one to film. I cannot wait to get this thing back at the track and run some more passes, but until we have a cage in it, I am holding back because I know I won't be able to let my foot off the loud pedal. So if you guys have any questions about any of the parts I used, any of the pricing was wrong or anything like that, just comment them down below. I'll try to respond as much as possible. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Keep it saucy.